Okay, let's get ready to just dive into some like seriously creepy section.
Oh, yeah.
Today,
Hit me?
we are cracking open Night of the Dancing Zombies.
Ooh.
Just the title alone, I'm getting chills.
I know.
So we've got this lonely desert and a super-driven oil prospector and an encounter that is going to make you question, is it the heat or something truly sinister?
You know what grabs me right off the bat is just how the author Srinidhi Ranganathan just nails the atmosphere. Like you're instantly transported to this desolate, almost alien landscape, right?
Yeah.
The desert's vastness, the scorching sun, those dust devils, it's both beautiful and terrifying at the same time.
Right. It's like the setting itself is a character like all stark and unforgiving.
Yes.
I can practically feel that heat hitting like a wall that he describes.
Yeah.
Have you ever been somewhere so vast and empty it felt like,
Yeah.
I don't know, almost otherworldly?
Totally. And that isolation is crucial because it makes the prospector so vulnerable.
Right.
He's out there chasing his dream, this black gold. And Srinidhi really captures that driven, almost obsessive mindset.
He's so focused on striking it rich, he might be missing some red flags, right?
Totally.
There's that line, he owned it all, or would. Soon. The oil was there. He knew it.
Yeah.
It's like a mantra almost blinding him to the danger.
It makes you think, how far would you push for success? Would you even see danger if it meant risking your goals? Srinidhi's really tapping into some deep human stuff here.
Totally. And then bam,
Oh.
enter the dancing figure.
Yeah.
This is where things get seriously creepy. Srinidhi does not hold back with the descriptions, a slow, jerky dance. Arms, flailed legs bent at odd angles, a grotesque ballet.
Wow.
Nightmare fuel.
The way he describes the movements is so unnatural, so unsettling.
Yeah.
Srinidhi plays on our primal fear of the unknown,
Yeah.
things that just don't fit into our understanding of reality.
I've got goosebumps just thinking about it.
I know.
And then there are those visceral details. Skin stretched tight over bone eyes. Vacant, empty sockets. Hair matted, caked with dirt. Ugh. It's like I can smell the decay he describes.
It's so vivid, right? Srinidhi doesn't just tell you it's scary.
Right.
He makes you feel it through those sensory details.
Yeah.
And remember, this is broad daylight, not some shadowy graveyard.
Oh, yeah.
It makes the whole thing even more terrifying.
Seriously, imagine yourself in that situation.
Oh.
How would you react? Curiosity, sheer terror, maybe a healthy dose of, nope, I'm out of here.
I think most of us would be frozen trying to make sense of it.
Right.
But the prospector, he's driven by this bizarre mix of fear and fascination.
Yeah.
He keeps approaching the figure like some morbid compulsion is pulling him closer.
And that's where things get brutal.
Ooh.
The fear turns to panic and he lashes out violently.
Oh, wow.
The sickening thud. It's a really intense moment.
What's fascinating is that right after the violence, he feels nothing.
Yeah.
Tries to walk away, pretend it never happened.
Right.
Denial and repression, such a human response to trauma, isn't it?
Totally. But as they say, you can't outrun your past.
Nope.
Srinidhi gives us that chilling line. He tried to forget. He couldn't talk about foreshadowing.
And that's where the true horror kicks in.
Yeah.
Because that dancing figure, it doesn't stay buried.
No.
It comes back to haunt him no matter how hard he tries to escape.
This is where the suspense really ratchets up.
Yeah.
The hauntings become more frequent, more terrifying, culminating with the figure appearing in his city penthouse.
Wow.
No place is safe.
Right. And that's where Srinidhi leaves us hanging for a bit.
Yeah.
What is this thing haunting him?
Right.
Is it real, supernatural, or is it all in his head?
Welcome back. So before the break, we were left with that question. What exactly is haunting the prospector?
Yeah.
It's a question that Srinidhi keeps us guessing about.
I know. I'm dying to know. What do you think about that dancing figure? Is it a ghost, a demon, or something even weirder?
Well, Srinidhi doesn't give us easy answers,
Right.
which makes it all the more intriguing. Yeah.
But there are clues if you pay attention.
Okay.
Notice how the figure is always tied to the prospector's state of mind.
Now that you mention it, yeah, when he's feeling confident, almost invincible, the figure is distant. Like when he first sees it, he's more curious than afraid.
Exactly. It's like it represents something he's pushing down, ignoring. But as his fear and guilt grow, so does the figure's presence. It gets more menacing, inescapable.
Whoa. So it's like his internal struggle is taking shape externally. His own darkness, his greed, manifesting as this horrifying creature.
That's a really insightful connection. And think about this. The figure never speaks, never makes a sound.
Right.
It's this silent, relentless presence, much like our own inner demons can be.
That line he tried to forget, he couldn't. Keeps echoing in my head. It's like Srinidhi is saying we can't bury our past, our bad choices. They always come back to haunt us.
Exactly. It's a powerful theme, and it builds to that incredible climax where the prospector sees his own reflection dancing. He becomes the very thing he feared.
Okay, that ending blew my mind. Is he literally turning into some kind of zombie? Or is Srinidhi going for something more metaphorical here?
It's brilliant because it works on both levels.
Yeah.
There's the visceral horror of the transformation, but then there's the deeper meaning.
Right.
Remember how Srinidhi describes the prospector throughout the story? Driven, relentless, almost machine-like in his pursuit of wealth.
He's so obsessed with black gold, he loses sight of everything else.
Right.
His humanity, his compassion. It's like it all fades away.
And in that sense, hasn't he already become a kind of zombie? Empty inside, driven by a single consuming desire.
Oh, wow.
It's a terrifying reflection of what unchecked greed can do to a person.
It's like that saying, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
The prospector gets his wealth, but at a horrible cost.
Right.
Srinidhi is making us ask, is any dream worth losing yourself for?
That's the real genius of this story. It forces us to confront those uncomfortable questions.
Yeah.
And that final image, the prospector dancing, it's both terrifying and tragic. It's a reminder that the line between our desires and our fears can be dangerously thin.
Man, this is heavy stuff.
Oh, no.
Srinidhi Ranganathan is a master storyteller. He's managed to weave a truly haunting tale with so many layers of meaning.
Absolutely.
We've got to talk about the impact this story has on us as readers and what it says about our own fears and desires. But first, let's take a quick pause. We'll be right back to wrap up our deep dive into this incredible piece of writing. Okay, we're back, and I am still reeling from that ending.
Yeah.
Srinidhi Ranganathan really knows how to pack a punch.
He does.
But beyond the chills and the scares, this story really makes you think, doesn't it?
Absolutely. We've talked about the setting the prospector's ambition and that mind-bending twist.
Yeah.
But what really resonates is how Srinidhi explores fear.
Yeah.
It's like a living, breathing thing throughout the story.
From that first glimpse of the dancing figure to the relentless hauntings, you can feel the prospector's terror growing. And it's not just fear of the unknown, right?
No.
It's something deeper, more primal.
Exactly. It's the fear of losing control, of being consumed by something dark within himself. And I think that resonates with all of us. Right. We all have those shadows inside, those parts we'd rather keep hidden.
And the way Srinidhi connects the prospector's fear to his greed, his ambition.
Right.
It's like his own desires become his worst enemy.
Totally.
He's so focused on the black gold, he loses sight of what truly matters.
That's such a powerful point. The dancing figure becomes almost a symbol of that inner darkness.
Yeah.
Grotesque, decaying, yet strangely alluring. It's everything the prospector is trying to suppress, everything he's running from.
Which brings us back to that unforgettable ending. He tries so hard to outrun his past, his mistakes, but it all catches up to him. He becomes the very thing he feared. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
And that's the real tragedy of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Srinidhi shows us that denying our fears, our flaws, can actually give them more power.
Wow.
By trying to bury his past, the prospector ends up digging his own grave, so to speak.
So what's the takeaway for us, the readers? What can we learn from this terrifying tale, besides maybe sleeping with the lights on?
For me, it's a reminder to face our fears head on, to acknowledge those dark parts of ourselves and work through them. It's also a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked ambition. The pursuit of wealth or any obsession can consume us if we let it.
It's like Srinidhi is saying, hey, be careful what you wish for. It might cost you more than you're willing to pay.
Yeah.
And that's a message that sticks with you long after you finish the story.
It's a story that haunts you in the best way possible. It makes you question your own motivations, your own fears. And I think that's the mark of truly great horror, when it stays with you, forcing you to confront the darker aspects of human nature.
Well said. Night of the Dancing Zombies is terrifying, thought-provoking, and ultimately unforgettable. Srinidhi Ranganathan has crafted a masterpiece of modern horror, and we can't recommend it enough.
It's a must-read for anyone who loves a good scare, but also for anyone who wants to delve into the depths of human psychology and explore the consequences of our choices.
And on that note, we'll wrap up our deep dive into this incredible piece of writing. Thanks for joining us. And until next time, keep exploring those dark corners of literature. You never know what treasures you might find.